Hello friend, and welcome to the Slowest Sim Driving channel on YouTube, and welcome to a video that for some time I've been really looking forward to and dreading in equal measure. Let me introduce you to the Gembird USB wireless motion wheel. Oh dear. Right then, let's see what the Gembird website has to say about this. It says, it's for true gamers, in capital letters. Light and compact racing wheel. Motion sensor technology. Compatible with Windows 10. Its features are, it's a USB racing wheel with motion sensors. It's got 8 programmable action buttons and multi-direction D-pad, quick calibration button, and works with all racing games that support steering wheel input. So I saw Jimmy Broadbent do a video of one of these ages ago, and his little Gembird sticker had fallen off the middle of the wheel. Well, guess what? That's apparently a feature. There we go. It's not straight, but I've put it back on. It weighs about the same as a lightweight game controller. It's actually not much bigger than a joypad either. I think a joypad would take up about that much space there. Ooh, there's the camera. There it is. Let's plug it in and see what happens. In this history of all things janky and janky controllers, this is the jankiest of them all. If I had a team of janky engineers making something janky, they couldn't come up with this. It takes some getting used to. It's not on the same level as, for example, the SteelSeries SRW1, but it is accurate to a certain degree. The first game I tried it on was Le Mans Ultimate, but I had an issue with that, and that it was too sensitive, because this is maximum lock, okay? 90 degrees is maximum lock. You can go further if you calibrate it properly, but a lot of games just don't see it like that. The buttons on this controller are all digital, which means if you're throttling with controller, you're either always on or you're always off. Same of course for braking, so no trail braking, and because the wheel is so small, it's kind of awkward to turn. As with any motion wheel, if you're used to driving with a force feedback wheel or a desk mounted wheel, there's a huge disconnect in the way the controller feels. There's no vibration feedback or anything of that ilk with this device. And of course you've got this wire trailing. This isn't a wireless device. It's about a 2-meter wire though, so you've got plenty of it. As you can see though, you can get used to it. You can get the idea of it. It says overshooting. I've used worse. I really have used worse. I've had worse mounted on my desk, so there's something. But the notion that this is compatible with any racing game doesn't mean it's going to be ideal for every racing game. And because this actually reads as a controller and a wheel, there's a button on the back to choose between the two. There. You'll probably find this works better with arcade racers. Your Need for Speeds, perhaps the Crew, Motorfest, that sort of thing. Only PC compatibility, no console compatibility, but I'm sure I can get around that in a certain video. Okay, I had to stop, that was doing my head in. The Gembird wired motion wheel. I think I covered pretty much everything in the racing video there on Dakar. It's not a bad device, it does what it's meant to do, and if you've watched my videos before, you know I don't give arbitrary scores on this channel. I tell you who this is for, so let's figure out who this is for. It's not for someone with big hands, because it's a very small radius. As you can see, I can fit my hand over the whole thing. So this is a device for a child, and it's a device for a child to play arcade style games. You can play sims with it, but honestly, for how much calibration you need to do with it, and how oversensitive this is, and the fact that there's no analog buttons, you're really going to struggle with sims. The box is small and thin, so it can go in a drawer, on a shelf with other controllers. Ultimately, I think Gembird did what they set out to do here, which was make a USB motion wheel for Windows. Nothing else. There was no grand plan. They weren't trying to take on the likes of the SRW1, for example. Just a cheap and cheerful motion wheel that you can get out for the kids or for someone with exceptionally tiny hands. I haven't seen any way you can buy these other than YouTube. I don't think Gembird actually make them anymore. But if you see one on, say, Craigslist or eBay, and this is your kind of thing, it shouldn't cost you more than a few pounds. But what are your thoughts on this device? I'd love to hear about them. And if you own one, let me know, especially if you still use it. Or if you don't use it anymore, let me know what stops you from using it. Personally, I will use it in test videos. I'll see if I can do something fun with it, but ultimately it's not going to replace my direct drive wheel, as I think you already knew. For now though, I want to thank you for watching this video. It's been great to have you. If you've got anything to say about this video or the products you saw in it, or any kind of questions, hit me up down in the comments, and hopefully maybe I'll see you again another time. But until then, bye bye for now.